I took a wrong turn on the astral plane. Now I keep on thinking my luck is gonna change someday. Bad karma, it's uphill all
People are
the way.
fascinated by Poundcake's trench.
I am one of them. I am absolutely one of them. I don't understand the point of it. I don't understand Long Deep. There's so much that I'm confused about, but I can't stop thinking about it.
Alan, that trench that Poundcake describes is about 157,000 square cubic feet. 150,000 cubic feet, which would take about 6 months to dig by hand. In which case, Michael Jackson would surely be dead. Poundcake was, last segment, trying to describe his extraction plan for saving Michael Jackson if he were being held in Moscow. Step one was digging a trench outside the city. Well, listen, as is always the case, I usually assume that Poundcake knows some things that I don't. So he might know...
Maybe it'll work.
He might know a couple of things, yeah.
Maybe it will distract and confuse people.
Alan, having heard Poundcake's plan, I've burned my copy of Sun Tzu's Art of War. No tactical plan will surpass. Read his book, The Art of Warbury, instead, and maybe you'll learn a couple of things. Why not? I love the story about... Because I could totally see this happening in my house. This little girl grabbed a greeting card. She wanted to give a card to her teacher. And so grabbed a greeting card off of her mom's desk and drew a little picture in it and took it to school. And the card was, this was in Nebraska. Bryn Williams is the mom. She got a text from the director of the preschool that her daughter attends and said that her daughter had given her teacher, Miss Becca, a card. But it was a bit of an adult card. And the little girl didn't know. She just pulled the card off of her mom's desk. And the card said, a best friend you can have sex with. And then on the inside it says, how great is that? The mom sending friends with benefits cards to somebody. Gross.
I think that's for like a significant other. I don't think that's a...
You think so?
Yeah, I think that's like if you have...
Oh, like my husband's my best friend.
My husband's my best friend. Yeah, that kind of thing.
And then the little
Is Gwen
girl...
your best friend?
Huh?
Is Gwen your best friend?
Yeah, probably.
Are you hers, though? Probably not.
Probably not. She has a lot of friends. I don't.
Yeah.
And then her daughter drew a picture inside the card and wrote, I love you, to her teacher. The mom said she was very, very embarrassed.
But it's an innocent mistake.
Sure.
It just...
A best friend you could have sex with.
You have that funny
How great is
card.
that?
Yeah. Or maybe the mom was making a move on the teacher.
Maybe the mom was making a move on the teacher. Maybe this whole thing is a bit of subterfuge. She's like, oh no. How did she get that? How did you end up with that, Miss Becca? That wasn't supposed to go to you.
Whoops. Too late now.
Oops.
Should we talk about it further? Say over drinks?
Over a bottle or two of wine? Why not? They need to stop. I got a clip here of this couple, this guy and his girlfriend, who were on a Southwest flight, and they were sitting on the tarmac for 4 hours. Just sitting there. And it's not really, what I'm going to play for you, it's not the crew's fault. I'm sure the crew is as frustrated as everyone else, except the crew feels compelled to entertain people. This is what happened while they're sitting on the flight for 4 hours.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
Okay, so here's a flight attendant. There's a couple things going on here. She wants to show everybody what a great singer she is. No one wants to do this. Not one person. I don't know why.
Why would anybody clap?
Yeah,
You've
I don't
been
know.
on that tarmac for 4 hours and you're happy? And you know it?
No
You're
one
clapping?
wants to do that. And it doesn't even have to be a 4-hour delay. We've all been on flights where the flight crew feels compelled to entertain you, or this started, I blame Southwest. This was a Southwest flight, but I blame Southwest. 25, 30 years ago, Southwest was like the cool airline carrier because we're not nerds like everybody else. You know, they were cheap. They were like one of the first cheap airlines, and it was a real loose atmosphere. So back in the day, like the hook with Southwest was that the flight crew was like, "Hey, what's up? How you doing?" So back then, when all the other major carriers were all stuffy, this might have seemed like a cute thing. Now they're kind of all doing this. But Jesus, and I'm sure that the crew don't want to mess with this either. But everybody on a flight, by the way, they're going to have headphones on. They're going to be watching their iPad or listening to something. They don't need
Reading
this.
a book, something. Yeah.
We're at an age where everyone is
or just
entertaining
doing
themselves.
the putty, just staring straight forward.
That's what I do. I stare straight forward.
Do you
Or I'm
want
reading a
a book
book
or anything? No.
on a flight.
Yeah. No. Just out. That is still one of the funniest things to me. Putty just staring straight forward on a flight.
Yeah.
Not trying to sleep.
Nope.
Not trying to read. Just looking forward. And he's fine.
Just staring at the headrest in front of him.
Why does it bother you so much, Elaine?
Are you going to sit like that the whole flight? Yeah. Do you want a book or something?
No.
And she goes bananas. She can't stand it.
If you're happy and you know it, then you really ought to show it. If you're happy and you know it.
So she wants to show off. Okay, fine.
Fine, yeah.
So you didn't get on any of the singing shows, and now you're a flight attendant for Southwest. Okay, fine. World needs trench diggers too. But come on, man. Everybody's entertaining themselves. See, we're going to Mexico in a little over a week, and this is what I'm worried about with our kid on the flight. If we have to sit there for like 4 hours or something.
I never understand why. Like when you know it's gonna be 4 hours, why can't they go back to the gate? I don't get that.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know the granular details of this,
Sure
but I
there's a
just know,
reason. I just can't understand it.
They're like, "Oh, we've got a treat for you." This is not a treat. No one thinks it's a treat. It's awful. No one wants this.
I mean, she is a good singer, but there's not a better song to sing.
Well, what are they going to sing? I don't want them singing anything.
I don't want them singing either.
Just tell me how the belt works. We all know, but you have to do that. I understand. I don't need a performance. If you were crazy talented, you wouldn't be on this plane. You'd be, come on, man. I don't need that. Like she's doing the friggin' national anthem or something on this flight. Right. So, I don't know. Yeah, again, I don't know. The girl just posted, she's like, yeah, it was a 4-hour delay and blah, blah, blah. And, I don't know. So I don't know if maybe they had just gotten in the flight. I don't know. She made it sound like they've been sitting there a long, long time. But I don't need people singing to me. Just let's get this bird up. Let's all get on the flight.
4 hours. Ugh.
Imagine you went through all that, and then you get up in the air, and you got some dummy that wants to scream about tyranny muzzles.
Yeah.
And then you got to land. I don't know where these two are going, but you got to land in Omaha or something and deplane. Say they can arrest this dope who won't stop screaming. Because after a certain amount of delay in your travel plans, you'll put up with anything. You just want to get there.
You just want to get there. You just want to be done.
Yeah, so you're like, okay, so this guy's screaming about his mask. Okay, let's just keep going.
I've been very lucky. I don't fly all that much. And I've had one overnight delay, and they got me a hotel and everything, so that was nice. It was pretty painless overall. But man, sitting, and I've sat on a tarmac for an hour. I think the longest I've ever been in that situation. But man, does it suck. When you're just sitting there and just like, why are we here? We could have been in there. Then we can at least walk around and not be all cramped up. Ugh.
And if you're in a long enough delay on the plane or elsewhere, you're like, I would have been at my destination by now.
Oh yeah.
I would have already been out there, hitting the dispensary, having fun.
Living life.
Living my life.
But now this is my life. Just sitting on a tarmac, having some lady sing a kid's song to me.
Right.
And I'm not clapping my hands. I definitely, if in that situation, kudos to all those people that played along and were trying to make the best of it. I'm not clapping.
Right.
I don't like to be told what to do. Ain't nobody gonna tell me how to clap.
How to clap, how to sit, how to be delayed on a tarmac. Don't tell me.
Nobody gonna tell me how to live.
Right. At least play something that everybody can, enjoy or sing along to, or I don't know. Like Jackie Moon, Love Me Sexy. Could somebody get up there and sing Jackie Moon, Love Me Sexy?
Come on, girl. Yeah. It's me, Jackie Moon. Give me that look.
Remember Love Me Sexy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get sweaty.
He just did a Jackie Moon thing a few weeks ago.
He was doing a shoot-around, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was at a Warriors game, I believe. Mm-hmm. And it was right after that show, or the Lakers show came out, and I think he was just trying to steal some of the spotlight from that.
But he had like a half-court shot.
Oh, did he actually?
I thought he did, yeah. Lick Me Sexy, that's the other one, yeah. Hump Me Sexy? All right, well, anyway. Wait, what? There's a lot going on there. No, there's some sucking going on, and,
It's Freaky Friday.
Come
I
on,
need to hear
man.
this.
No, it's all right.
You can use one of your commercial breaks where you watch weird stuff.
They're humping sexy.
It's from
and Tropic. What's the movie?
The Flint Tropics, but the movie's called
Semi-Pro.
Semi-Pro.
Why when I watch things in the break, you are so riveted on what I pick?
You pick weird stuff.
But it's stuff that's on YouTube, so
No, it's fine. It's just like the one series you were watching, I had no idea what it was, and it just looked crazy because it's this person in like a.
What was he watching? I thought he's usually on Zillow in the breaks.
No, that's during the show.
not on right now. Screw you, Bill.
But he's watching some Vice series where it's these people that work for billionaires and they're spilling all the tea. But for whatever reason, instead of them wearing like a ski mask or sitting in the dark, they make them wear this flesh-colored rubber mask. So it just looks like some burn victim.
What is that?
Spilling all this tea.
But what is it? What are you watching?
It's the Vice channel, and they do like an anonymous series where these people confess their experiences, like experiences working in a hotel, like a 5-star hotel of the uber rich. So they were talking about the crazy. What?
I don't know that he said that. It sounded like you said shrimp talking.
Did you say shrimp? I don't know.
No, I didn't.
Oh, I thought he did.
It sounded like the S word to me.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Go ahead. It was him stumbling, but it sounded like shrimp talking, so I took care of it.
No. Oh, no. They're talking anonymously about their experiences as a 5-star hotel server. So they handle these people that are like uber rich, and their sex orgies. They're orgies.
Sex orgies.
Oh, the drugs that they have, like the stuff that the hotel overlooks at like. And so they're talking about this anonymously. Wow, my first time being dumped, and I don't even remember what I said.
Yeah, I don't know if that's what you said or not, but. Alan, in the interest of history, it was 10 years ago today that everybody met Sweet Brown. Remember Sweet Brown?
Oh, yeah.
And her Cold Pop?
Mm-hmm. Cold Pop?
And then it turned into Ain't Nobody Got Time for That? The remix?
I woke up to go get me a cold pop, and then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, oh, Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. And then the smoke got me. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Oh, so good.
Oh, that's so good.
Sweet Brown. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Give me a cold pop. And then I thought somebody was barbecuing. Ain't nobody got time for that. Well, I woke up to go get me a cold pop. And then I thought somebody was barbecuing. Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus.
That's not the version I like. What's the there's like a dancier one.
Oh, I don't remember. This is of all the different.
Ain't nobody got time.
Missed the one.
I remember this.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Headlining Coachella this weekend.
What's that?
She's going to be headlining Coachella this weekend because Kanye pulled out.
She better get Ye's $8.5 million. At least when these people go viral, I hope they get paid from some of those things too. I think when they get merched or whatever, you know.
The run and tell that guy, I think, went on tour. He went on tour to promote that song that he did with that dude.
What else would you do though?
I mean, you sell
The Bed Intruder. Like, what are your other songs? If that's the one,
probably nothing. Or he does
a Q&A.
Everybody's a DJ. They probably DJ.
You are really gone
For real.
The man got away, leaving behind evidence. I was attacked by some idiot in the Poundcake. So dumb, so dumb, so dumb, so he's climbing in your windows, he's snatching your people up, trying to rape them. So y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband, because they're raping everybody out here.
That's a high watermark one. That's a good one.
it is. And that one's older than Sweet Brown.
Yeah.
Wow.
That goes way back.
Hide your kids, hide your wife, because they're raping everybody out here. So Poundcake watches Zillow during the show, and then he's watching flesh-masked people
Yes,
in the breaks.
It's an anonymous series by Vice, and they...
What's the craziest thing they've said that rich people do?
No, just they're crazy.
Spend a lot of money.
No, the crazy orgies that they have, and they go in afterwards, like with a cleanup crew, and they use black lights, and they're like, there was like feces on the ceiling.
I think
like,
people make a lot of this stuff
Well,
up,
that's
too.
why it's anonymous, so I can't verify it, but it's interesting to hear their take.
How would you get feces on the ceiling at an orgy?
I don't know, but this is their take on it. And then I read the comments, and they're like, I was a hotel worker for, 15 years, and everything he's saying is 100% accurate. So it's just these anonymous
Yeah,
people
listen,
telling
I was
their
a hotel
stories.
worker, too, back in the day, and I never saw feces on the ceiling.
Did you have like a wall of shame of like guests that have come in and like ruined the place and like they're never allowed to come back? But
No.
See, I always heard stories
It wasn't
that,
a Super 8.
Well, I had friends that are hotel workers, and they said they do. They said they have like a wall of shame, like they take a picture.
Well,
of
it
the
probably
room.
depends on what chain you're working at. I wasn't working at a chain. I mean, we had a place where rooms weren't cheap, so I think we probably had a pretty good expectation that people weren't going to go bananas or
But
they weren't going to
he's saying that
put
these are-
feces on the ceiling.
These people are so rich that they don't care about the consequences.
Sure.
So they're duty sealing people.
I just like the notion, though, that because people get really, really rich, I look at it this way. Not to say that those kinds of things don't happen. I think they're vastly overstated how much they happen. Because just because you have a ton of money and you have access to whatever you want, it doesn't turn you into an animal. It doesn't turn you into, like, if any one of us was crazy rich, we wouldn't be throwing feces on the ceiling. We would still think that was gross. So this notion like, rich people are so crazy. They're doing crazy stuff all the time. No, they're doing things none of us can afford. But you're not going to convince me that they're doing crazy things all the time. I mean, like if it's somebody young and has a lot of money, I'm sure you're going to run into that stuff. But there's young people with no money who do crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be wearing a mask too if I was talking about feces on the ceiling. Did you read that the guy who shot Lady Gaga's dog walker was mistakenly released from jail?
Oh, man.
He had it was an accounting error or something. I don't know what. Clerical error, not accounting. Clerical error. They're trying to figure out how James Howard Jackson was released. He's 19 years old. His jail records mistakenly say dismissed. He just walked out. Now they're trying to find him. Hey, if anybody has any information on this guy, we're trying to get him. How'd he get out? Did he escape? No. We accidentally let him out. God, remember the video when the dog walker was getting attacked? He was just screaming.
And like it's upsetting, but at the same time, that scream is, it's kind of funny.
Stop. How am I the one
he's
not laughing and
he's
Bill is?
okay. Huh? I don't know. How are you the one not laughing?
Because to me, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's frightening. That could totally be me.
Well,
so I identify.
No,
because
it's
this time
terrifying, but the
he's-
screaming isn't any less funny.
Yeah, the scream is funny.
flailing, and I just imagine him trying to fly at that given.
But I don't know. I don't even think Poundcake would scream like that.
You don't think I would?
No.
High-pitched screaming like that?
If I was getting shot?
Well, he got shot. He was screaming way before he got shot. His initial reaction was high-pitched screaming when they just went for the dogs before they fired one at him.
That's scary.
Woo! Woo! I
night-
can't even get up that high. No, I understand it's scary, and he's okay, and it was kind of some, yeah. He was in bad shape for a bit. None of that has anything to do with the screaming, though. That high-pitched, you can't believe that nobody, came out to see what was going on. And then they see her shot, and they run back in their house. Oh, I got to get out of here. I got to take a break. I'll have those Mastodon tickets for you a little bit later on. They're co-headlining with Opeth in a couple of weeks.